Hey guys. All right, let's have a look, see what's going on. We've got no trades placed, no pending orders. Very choppy early Monday session. So let's take a look at trading view. We'll start with a higher time frame, and then we will work our way down, looking for any potential opportunities. So the first thing I'm going to look at with gold is just from a structural point of view. If we go to the daily, obviously we hit all-time highs last week. Friday produced what we call a downrange day, meaning it had a lower high and a lower low than the previous day. Uh, 1 second, let me just check. Hey guys, yeah, chat function is up and running. We are now live. So yeah, we had a downrange day, which would, based on the severity of that move, I would expect the market to continue to maybe at least fill this wick, maybe even come a little bit lower. But look, we haven't broken any structure today. We've been sat within Friday's range. If we drop to the 4 hour chart, one thing we can see, and it's quite clear, is we've seen an impulsive move, corrective consolidation, another impulse, then a correction. Now the next impulse you can see fails to create a new high, and then we come back down, test structure support. Friday broke that, and then through Friday and the early hours of the Sunday Open through Monday European session, we've come back and tested that old structure support. 4 hours printed a bearish 4 hour uprange candle. Now the current 4 hour candle it's moved higher first, but we still remain within the previous 4 hour candle. Hey Demi, is that uh, sorry, I'm just seeing if I can see. It's I was just seeing if it was Demi Whitaker. It's not, it's another Demi. Hi Demi, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining. Nice to have you here. Uh, oh right, okay, mate. There we go. You see these you Hi Simon, how you doing, mate? Well, there we go. Simon, aka Demi. Well, what I'm looking at here is a break of the 4 hour low, and we should be obviously looking at the structure. So I want to just highlight that. Let me just turn that down a little bit because I don't know if it's coming through the microphone a little bit heavy. So I'm actually bearish this market in the short term, and that could be back down to the Friday wick. But I am bearish, and it's just trying to find a way into the market, because on the lower time frames, if you have a look, it's just a little bit clunky. It's a little bit messy. We've got a down candle, an up candle. Got downrange candle, an uprange bullish, an uprange bearish, an uprange bullish, and inside a downrange bearish. So all this up and down movement is a little bit all over the place. So I'm looking for this sort of area to get cleared. So if we look at it on the 4 hour, there's the low of the 4 hour that would interest me into a short. And then we've got, let's have a look at the range that we've got. 22. So there's 50 pip range there. So that looks good. 50 pip range. What are the members saying? I'm seeing some chat popping up. Uh, hey guys, gold longs, not for me. Oh, ducks. Yeah, just remember it's Monday, so everything's a little bit all over. Hey Yoko, how are you doing, buddy? Hope you had a good weekend. So we've got 50 pip range between the low of the 4 hour candle and coming back into this area. The real sort of, I'm looking at this as an early entry to see the market potentially break and get underneath this 3015 barrier. Hey Ahmed, how you doing? Happy Monday, buddy. Markets have been a bit shitty this morning, but I'm looking for short opportunities underneath this 4 hour candle, which if we look at it is going to be underneath this little range here. Longs for gold. Oops, let's get rid of that for a second. Longs for gold. I'm going to wait until we get above here. I want to close above here. So let's just move that down. So I'm going to look for longs above there. And that should... hold on a second. Do we get range here? 27. Ooh, tell a lie. So shorts are going to be... Let's get rid of that for now because we do have range to the upside. So that's what we're looking to clear. We get a close above here, we can trade it into there. We want this range to clear here. So I'll mark it up here all in a second, guys, and then we should be clear with what we're looking for. Okay, we've got 10 minutes left for this candle to close. But if the 4-hour breaks the low, I'm just going to enter live on the 4-hour, guys. So let me just come back to here. So open cap, switch. All right. So price is rejecting that. We've got 29.30 points. Hey Anna, how you doing? Tell a lie, guys. I'm not going to enter if the 4-hour breaks the low. I'm going to wait for the 15-minute because this morning has been so choppy. I'd rather let the candle go without me. I'd rather miss the opportunity. So let's come back over to TradingView and we'll mark up the chart properly before we make a decision. So we're going to go. So sells below. What's that? 3022.3. 3022.3. Let's put it to text. Bottom. Now, see the 4-hour has broken the low, but because of the way that the market has reacted here, we could see price break the low on the 4-hour, then buyers come back in and push it back up. So rather than trying to just guess that move, yeah, you might say, oh, well, hold on. It's done its 10 pips now. We would have hit TP, but look, you don't know that. And I'd rather wait. And if the market goes without us, hey Peter, how you doing, buddy? If the market goes without us, then so be it. But it would have been a very aggressive entry that. So we're going to look for sells below there. We're going to place. Where's the no text box coming up? Ah, there we go. Buys above 30.28. Now, this is a prime reason I wait for the market to close, because imagine we'd have got slipped on our entry, and although it did 11 pips, we'd have now been fighting a position that is offside, and that's not where we want to be. Right, let's have a look. What news have we got coming in this afternoon? Forex factory Monday 1:45, so in 7 minutes we've got flash manufacturing. So major news. So another reason why we shouldn't be placing a trade. Major news. USD at 13.45. You know it's 13.45, but we've got flash PMI services. Uh, yeah. All right, guys, just remember the 4 hour chart. We'll always talk about this and the amount of times it gets brought up. The 4 hour chart will always be different depending on where your broker's server is. So it comes down to where the server is based on which 4 hour candles your broker collects. So that's the downside to using a 4 hour. An hourly chart will always be the same because whether they collect the 1 hour from 12 o'clock in the UK or it's 1 o'clock in Europe, they'll still be collecting a 1 hour chart data. But the 4 hour could start on the 1 o'clock candle, it could start on a 2 o'clock candle, depending where the server's based. Therefore, the grouping of the 4 hour candles will look differently. So that's why I'm never a big fan of the 4 hour candle, especially for any type of trading. It can give you a bias, but ultimately it's still a different grouping of candles. So the range we have 39 pip range. To the upside, we have 49 pip range. So look, that's gold. That's set up based off 15-minute analysis. So look, I'm going to share that chart with my members now, so they've got it. Gold M15. Okay, so we're going to wait for the news to come out. All right, let's have a look at the DAX, see what's going on with the DAX. We'll wait for the NASDAQ. Bias is long on the NASDAQ. All right, daily. Uh, all I can say is it's not very nice looking at the daily. Yes, we're predominantly moving to the upside. We did look like we've stalled here after a strong move down, small body, nice big wick. Then forget Sunday's open. Since then, we've pushed up and then we've pushed lower. Go to the 4 hour chart again, something like I said, not that familiar, not that keen on, but we can see 4 hour support is here. 4 hour resistance is here. So anywhere in between this, we could potentially look to trade if we've got clean candles. Let's have a look at the hourly. Support right now is here. Resistance stays where it is. Now, if this hourly candle closes bullish like this, the next candle wicks down. In theory, you could look at break of the highs and push. What's that? 98 pips. So that looks okay, guys. We could do that. Let's drop down to the 30 to see how the market looks. Okay, so now our 30 has formed support here, and we know that because we've got seller candle, buyer candle, next candle's taken out the highs. So we've definitely got support formed here. We do have clear range. So the hourly candle, we can look to trade there. Ooh, we've got 18 minutes left. So as long as this closes anything like this, if the next candle wicks down, we've got all this clear range to potentially work into. So you could trade long on the NASDAQ. So look at the 15. 15 definitely seeing uprange candles, support, move down. NASDAQ, the DAX, sorry, we have options here with the DAX. We have options. But the best trade for the DAX is going to be above here. So waiting for a close above here. And let's have a look below. Below here looks, oops. Yeah, below here we've got nice clear range all the way down to here. So plenty of space from 22,760. It's like 200 points. So realistically, they're the main areas we want to be looking at getting. So buys above 23,040, 23,040. We'll just check that on the top side. And in terms of range to the upside, we've got plenty of clear space here. If we drop down on the lower time frame, I would adjust my buys above to here. So we'd wait for a close above there, which is 20, call it 23,098. If you're going to use the hourly, then you can use the 23,040. All right, news is coming out now, guys. So let's see what happens. All right, if we can spike up, we've got a very different answer. Yeah, it's going without us. Let's have a look. News. So it's mixed. So flash manufacturing PMI has come in below 50, and flash services PMI has been a bumper number. It's coming up 54.3. So one's missed and one's hit. Um, Initial move has been to the downside for gold, but taking sales underneath there ahead of, although it's what we analyzed, taking sales below there ahead of the news would have just been sheer gambling, guys. Yeah, so all depends where the server's based, Rich. I saw you comment in the members group. So, and the 4 hour we're looking at here is, what is it, Oanda. So the level will still be present on the 15. So that's what we're looking for. So that's what we wanted to see close below. It happened, but I'm not going to sell that on the basis that the news is coming out at 145. So unfortunately, that's kind of just blown our 15-minute trade idea out the water. Now, we can get rid of that. Don't need it anymore because the news has been, and that's the news done for today. So question is now what happens with this range? Do we come back and close above it, or does gold continue to move a little bit lower? Which is my preferred. However, I'm not very keen on the structure of the charts. So if we get this candle close back above here on the 15-minute, then we could be looking at a false break of this zone. It's come back down, and we can trade it because we've got a nice clear range. But we're gonna wait for this candle to close, see what happens. NASDAQ still popping to the upside, so obviously stocks have seen this data as very bullish. Annoyingly, I had a buy stop above this candle here on the open last night. We hit target one, and then this came back down, stopped me out at break even, and through the night it's continued to do, and through the London session it's continued to do what we'd want it to do, which if you look to the left hand side, uh, just just look at the clear range. Once it got above here, we just got all this clear range up to here, which is basically where it's at right now. And then we've got the next area to get a candle close above is here. We get a candle close above here, we've got another range we can work with. But right now, we're sat in an area that I don't really want to trade. I'm happy to look for BPC trades. So for those of you that are familiar with BPC trades, that's a breakout which has happened. Then we want to pull back. Then we're looking for the continuations. That means we're going to need at least two candles to pull back. We're looking for two downrange candles to pull back. Then we're looking for buyers to come back in. So gold, we didn't get the sell trade, but let's see what happens here. So we have, what's the range here? 45 pips. 15, 15, 15. Well, there's no outside candle. We can't look at any outside candles because that's going to be breaking that high. So you've got to wait for this candle to close, which is 11 minutes, which could kill the trade, basically. Meaning price could shoot all the way up here, and then the game was sat there watching with no trade to take. But listen, we don't mind that. I don't mind not trading. Um, not trading is not a problem. What is a problem is getting caught in the wrong trades in the wrong areas. So, right, remember guys, for those of you that aren't familiar, we have a giveaway at Instant FX Capital. It's happening on March the 31st. We're giving away a $5,000 trading account with no challenges. It is a 5,000 live account. All you need to do, guys, to enter the draw is open your first Instant FX funded account. And to do that, all you need to do is click on this link. Click on that link, apply now, open your first funded account, place one trade, just one trade, so it's live, we know it's active. Don't blow the account, but if you blow the account, it's not an active live account. So place one trade at least, then you're going to be entered into the draw, which is happening on March the 31st at 7 p.m. So that's Monday night. The winner of the 5K up to 60K. Now, it's up to 60K because it's a giveaway and it's a scaling plan. So what that means is you start off with 5,000. If you get your 20%, you're going to go up to 10,000. If you get another 20%, you go up to 20,000 and so forth. It scales all the way up to $60,000, guys. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning it, for every account that you open in March that is running through March, you get one entry. If you open up a personal pro account with them as well, you're going to get another entry. So the more chances to win the account you'll get by the more accounts that you open. Now look guys, unfortunately this one's it's going without us as well. So we called the short and we said if the news reverses it and closes back above the range, as long as it doesn't go too high, then we've got a chance, but we'll see. So yeah, click on that, hit apply, go through the KYC and AML due diligence because it's a live account. Obviously the difference is we're giving this one away. So you have to obviously pass all your KYC and AML checks first, meaning you've deposited, you've opened up one. The smallest you can start with is a $300 deposit, which will give you a $3,000 account. $500 deposit will give you a $5,000 account. $1,000 will give you 10,000. 2,500 will give you 25,000, and a 5,000 will give you a $50,000, all the way up to 1 million based on performance. If you're looking for prop firms, guys, this is the place to be. It's the most user friendly there is. The static drawdown doesn't move with you. There's no daily drawdown limits. If you're looking for a real chance to prove yourself and to succeed, then it's here. Okay? Then it's with Instant FX Capital. Now we're just waiting for the markets to do what it needs to do. We've got to wait for candles to close, and then we can potentially get a trade. Well, gold is, and we're not going to get a trade on gold. Right, we have to wait. So gold trades now, we're going to wait for buys above here. I'm not getting caught in this area, so we're going to wait for candle to close above as per our original analysis. I'm gonna bin that one now. The downside on gold, as much as I want to be looking for a longer term when I say longer term, over the next few day or two, move to the downside. Uh, I just don't like the structure because the candles don't give us any clear track. That's about the biggest clear track we have, which is underneath here to here, but now we've got that big wick to work with. 16, it's 30 pips. By the time you have a candle close below, it's not going to be nice. So I think we're talking down here. We need something to clear the clear this crack created from Friday. DAX, BPC, yeah. USD, JPY, not something I look at, but I will do it in a moment. Just get rid of all these. Yeah, yeah, it's breaking Stuart by the looks of it. Yeah, got some nice range as well up to here. So if that's selling off, maybe have a look at pound yen. It's already going. Pound yen. I mean, I've not traded these since September, I think. 94. You got 37 pips. So if this candle closes above, all you're looking for is a wick down. We can trade pound yen. So have a look at euro yen. Pound yen is an option. I like pound yen. That structure clip, that's the nicest one of the lot. I don't want to get involved in the NASDQ up there. I don't like gold currently. DAX just can't make up its mind. I'm going to wait for DAX longs above here. See, hopefully it doesn't continue to shoot too high. 43 points. So maybe. Oh, I know I'm not done. Let's have a look. Right, I might even bring back trading. I might bring back a my first trade on. Let's have a look. Inputs, dependencies, common inputs, load. Okay, so potentially I'm going to look at a long on pound yen. Right, let's change screens. Let's have a look at pound yen. So we've got 1 minute to wait. Need to wait for a wick down. See what the high is. 12.6. So we've got 15 seconds. Need to wait for a wick down. Pound yen's the cleanest of the trades that I've seen, guys. And I've not traded pound yen since September, so let's wait for a wick down. No wick down, no trade for me. Right. For those of you that want to place the order, I'm just going to give it another 30 seconds. Right, there we go. Let's secure. I'm going to secure 12 pips if we break the highs. I'm also going to move, if we break the highs and get triggered, I'm going to bring my stops up underneath the low of this candle, wherever that may be. So thanks, Stuart, for pointing out the yen. I generally don't look at these anymore, but this does have the cleanest chart of them all, of the ones that I was just looking at. Gold is breaking lower, but I just don't see it's going the way I want it, but I just don't see any entry points. I just don't like the chart. All right, here we go. There's nothing wrong with the dabble. So if we break the highs, so if we see those numbers go blue, it moves in our favor. We're gonna just bring our stop up underneath the low of that candle. There we go. It's because I've not traded this one yet. So we went from 1700 risk to 700. So basically knocked off, what's that? About 60% of the initial risk. Okay, so let's see how this one pans out, guys. We're sitting in and around entry. Just let me know if you took pound yen, guys. Did you take pound yen or did you sit on the fence? So tra Anna took the DAX BPC. Oh, nice. You did you get a wick down on the DAX? Okay, guys. So we can get to break even on um, pound yen. And there we go, TP1 pound yen. So that was 12 pips, but due to a little bit of slippage, it was probably, all right, I'm just going to bring it in front a little bit just to cover any commissions. See what Stuart Turner TP1, well done, buddy. Anna, you must be your trade is flying. So the DAX that we pointed out for trading back within the range is doing really, really nice. As long as it got a wick down, well done. I came away from the DAX just because it was within the range, and the difference was dollar yen was breaking to the upside. So pound yen had broken out of structure. So it looked for me the odds were more favorable with pound yen to the upside, but both good trades. Lola, TP1, and break even. Lovely. Let's check in. Let's go. Uh, let's check 30 pips. And if pound yen is breaking, I'm just going to push this one up into that area. Well done, Anna. So a nice little trade for the afternoon. Let's keep moving, guys. Anna's is flying. Ours is doing all right. Another. Just looking at see where the structure of the candles are, see if there's any way of locking in some more profits, but no, nothing to do just yet. We're still in the first 10 minutes of the 2 p.m. candle. I just need to adjust my screen scale. Oops, scale fix. Let's add. Uh, there we go. Recovering a bit of this morning's loss. Well, listen, we're all going to take losses. Make sure you've secured some more profits there, and I'm not sure how far it moved from your entry, but looking like it must have done at least 40 points there. Gold's not doing anything. NASDAQ. NASDAQ I'm going to leave alone because it's 300 points up on the day. Stuart Turner TP2. Yeah, I got my TP2 up at 30 points away. We'll see how it moves. Just gonna have a look at dollar yen. Dollar yen still breaking. Anyone else in this trade? Something I always forget to do. So nice little pound yen trade breakout. Live stream on YouTube, sitting 17 pips up, and we've banked half already. Go. So that was just a little video to post on socials. This is trading live, guys. There's no hidden agendas. Where is so? How many of you are trading prop accounts, guys? How many of you are trading prop accounts? If you're trading prop accounts, let me know. So still sitting 16, 17 pips up. Well, if we break this high, guys, on this 5-minute candle, I might just push my stops up underneath this low, just to lock in some profits. Pound yen. Pound yen is pulling back a little bit, which is probably why, not pound yen, sorry, dollar yen, which is why we're probably seeing this pullback a few pips. Kind of expected. Looks like the yen is definitely the catalyst for this move, put it that way. Got, yeah, no, stock market. DAX is pulling back a little bit, not much from the highs. Still 337 points up on the day. Gold is flat on the day, so gold is definitely not a market we need to be trading today. Gold can't make up its mind. There's no direction. I'm just waiting to push this up underneath here, just to lock in some extra pips, which will be a little bit more than we banked initially on the first TP. So that's always nice. Securing a few extra pips. And there we go, we've broken the highs. Well, what were we, 20? Nice profit here, guys. Let me know if you're just securing any more profits. No, I'm just going to take a little bit off there. Now I've locked up. So we're sitting. So banked about just under 0.5% there. $450 so far. Which, oh, you can't see it yet. I've just brought the open calc up so you can see profits, but we have to wait for the trade to close. DAX, I don't like anything here at the minute. Let's have a look at the higher time frame. No, we're going to wait for those two major structure levels to close. Look, realistically, based on that candle, you would expect the market to continue going higher. But again, I'm not liking any of the charts, so I'm going to stick with the pound yen at the minute. Let's just push that up to the lows. Now, again, we'll do the same thing here. If this one creates a bottom wick and then breaks the highs, then we'll bring our stops up underneath the low of this candle. So 15-minute candle is being the breakout candle. We look at that. That's the one we've taken our entry from, TP1, TP2. So if we look at it and we see our orders, we ended up with 10 pips first one, 21.5 on the second. So we can break the highs. We're just going to push our stops up underneath here, locking in profit. We've still got 1.75 lots running on. So we banked 3.75 here, 1.75 here. Sorry, 3.5 here, not 3.75, 3.5 here. We started with 7.5. Lola, TP2, well done, darling. Lola, your friend Verona, how did she enjoy the stream? Is it something she wants to get started with? Hey, Scott, how you doing, mate? I'm going to be opening mine this week now that I've had 2, 3 weeks. Yes, well done, Brad. Um, get get them open, mate. Listen, if you want favorable trading conditions from a prop firm, that's the best ones. It really is the best. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, guys, I'll post it again. So here it is. Oh, damn it. Control Z. What am I doing? All right, here we go. So this is it. Oh, wrong one. There you go. So Instant FX Capital. Get an account open, get it funded, place your first live trade by the 31st of March at 6 p.m. All traders with accounts active and have had at least one trade placed will be entered into the draw. If you open more than one account, you will get multiple entries, giving yourself multiple chances of winning the 5k to 60k account. Right, let's push the stop up. So we're just locking in another $186. So we've had 450, 677. There's 186. So 656, 642 locked in now. Let's have a look at the structure points, see where we're going. All right. I'm going to chuck off some more at 53. Oh, we've got the big number at 50. So what are we now? 45, 46. Just before 50, I'll maybe I won't. So even handle at 194.48, I'll pull some off, another half. So we're at 44 now. I've just realized I'm so used to Frozen being on in my house, it's just playing through my playlist right now. So if you are wondering why Frozen was being played, the joys of having kids, I'm too engrossed in the charts. Oh God. Live stream like never before. Let's have a bit of Frozen playing in the background. Keeps up the mood. Right, 47. So we've got one more, about another pip or so to go. You could say it's been pedantic waiting for another pip, but we've already scaled out twice. It will probably tap the 50. Saves me watching it. All good, thank you. Bit of an easy day today. Just been tinkering with my new bike. Now at the charts. Oh, what bike you got, Scott? Is this a motorbike or road bike? If you know, I know they're both the same, but obviously one you pedal. Or is it a fitness bike for in the house? So yeah, guys, live draw will be done 7 p.m. March the 31st. All your names and account numbers will be entered into a draw. Now, the other thing, guys, because if you go into the comments, not in the section, if you go into the description in the video, description to each video, you'll see all the links to like whether it's my website, whether it's Instant FX Capital, whether it's preferred broker, which is obviously Icon, where we run the Instant FX funded accounts through. So if you have a pro account and you open it in March and you trade it, you will also get another entry into the free giveaway. So now is if you really want to double down on, and if you've got a trading account anywhere else, you're not going to get much better. So get yourself into the pro accounts there. Spreads are fantastic, conditions are great. You're going to give yourself another opportunity at winning um, a 5k to 60k account. There's no daily drawdown limits. It's a static drawdown, so therefore the drawdown doesn't increase as you make profits. The conditions are so favorable. No doubt there's Anna in here who's had a payout already. Peter Arman's already had a payout. So there's people in here that have already had payouts and they paid out very quickly. Um, None of this nonsense where you're having to wait, etc. And then the juries have thrown out about X, Y, and Z. There's nothing about taking two trades within 5 to 10 minutes. I will find out from her later. Oh, okay, thanks, Lola. Um, so just a little bit delayed on. I know there's a delay on the stream. That's not down to me. That's obviously the latency between OBS and YouTube. All right, let's see if we can get a few more pips out of this. What do we need? About five pips to hit TP3, which is just you'll see it whenever I do any sort of take profits. Obviously, there's an element of fixed take profits, but then when it's for the extended ones, I don't mind letting them run a bit further. But I'll place it in and around structure, guys. So always in and around structure, but I'll never place it bang on dot structure because I don't want to be the last one in trying to get out. I'd rather be the first one taking profits before we get there. And then, okay, I might bank less than the person who hits the structure point, but I'd rather be banking and securing rather than going, oh God, I wish I'd have banked then. So right now where we currently sit doesn't matter. We've secured profits twice, so we can be a little bit more flexible with this one. Gold selling, is it? I want to be a seller of gold, but I don't see a route in. I don't see a route in. I'll keep looking on my other chart. But yeah, I don't. Maybe let's have a look, see what the range is underneath there. 16. There's maybe a little bit of potential underneath, like 3016.3. Right, so we're getting close to that 48, 49 price. And when I mean 48, 49, I mean 194.48 or 194.49. So getting close to that even handle. So the barriers that you want to look at with certain markets are the big even numbers. We call those the even handles. Markets tend to react off even handle prices, even if it's just for a split second. They generally tap them, reverse off. So this is why I set my targets just below them if I'm buying, or just above them if I'm selling, just in case it doesn't tap them and buyers come in or sellers come in just ahead of that. So my days, you don't get much closer than that to take profit, do we? There we go. Have to fall through 16 for me on gold. Yeah, 16 is the price point. I'll share with you quickly while that's my chart. So I'd look for sells below there. So we've only got a fraction of the position running now. So let me see what we've got secured. So we've banked 647.18 with $35 in charges. So we're up $600 with $200 profit currently running and 93 locked in there. So we've got 4 minutes for this candle to close. Again, we're going to do the same principle. If the market wicks down, then breaks the highs, we're going to bring our stops up. Ah, shit, I've just realized I'm sharing the wrong chart. So, same principles as previous. If this next candle wicks down, then breaks the highs, I'm going to move this stop loss up underneath the current candle low. So you can see right now we've got 93.71 US dollars locked in with the current stop loss on that one. That's with 0.88 lots running. We started with 7. So we banked 3.5 here. We banked 1.75 here. We banked 0.87 here. So you look, the profit there was 190.49. Here was 242. Here was 214. So we closed 3.5. Closed. Oh, it just says auto trade. It doesn't give the lot size there. So it's 1.75 there. That's interesting. 0.87. It gives it there. Why does it not just say it here? Oh, it does. 1.75. Gold is dropping. Finally. Stuart Turner, right, all out 3.6% for the day, off on a school run. There you go, Stuart. Lovely jubbly. These sessions are worth coming to. And Stuart, by the way, mate, I'm going to say thank you to you, buddy, because if you hadn't have pointed out that dollar yen wasn't breaking out, I wouldn't have looked at pound yen. Pound yen's been off my radar for a long time. The only time I ever look at pound yen is if someone like yourself calls up a chart and says for me to look at it. But for me, this was really crystal clear, so I had to take it. So thank you, Stuart. Brad, get that account loaded and let's rock and roll. Let's get you some nice profits coming in. Um, who else is going to get a just based on the live streams alone? You should be getting your targets pretty quickly here, guys. Appreciate it. Guys, just chuck in the chat. Let me know if you've banked, how many pips you've banked, how profit today. Don't forget to don't forget to like the live stream and leave a comment at the end of it, please, in the comment section. And for those of you that took pound yen, don't forget to give Stuart a mention for pointing out to look at dollar yen chart. But we'll just let this one keep running now. Hopefully we can keep making some profits. So 190, 353. So even if we get all the way up there, there we go. If I just moved it about a pip and a half. If it gets all the way there, it'll do $1,000 for the day. But I'll be amazed if we get there. Right, so we're looking for a wick down. If we get a wick down here, guys, and then break the highs, you know what we do. We're just going to bring our stop underneath the low. If this one just comes down, takes us out, doesn't matter. We've locked in profit once, twice, three times, and the stop's underneath the low of that candle. Looking for a wick down, breaks the low. If it breaks the high now and breaks the high of the previous candle, we just bring our stops up another few ticks. Based on where the current low is, it'd be about another 6 pips we'd bring it up. Oh. Well, I've not made it to the gym yet today, so I'm not sure when I'm going to get to do that, if at all now. Straight from this, I've got another mentoring session. I hate the gym at night. Gold just broke the lows, by the way, but I've not taken it um, on the basis that I'm in one trade. Actually, it didn't close below the level. It's just done a momentum entry. And we are about to get taken out, are we? There we go. All right, let's have a look. What do we get? 705.86. So, job done. Get rid of that. So, perfectly executed trade. That's how to trade a breakout, guys. Simple set of rules. I'm done. Okay. DAX longs above 23,088. And shorts, I'm going to look. Nah, don't be silly, Mark. So shorts, we can wait. We need to see how this unfolds. There's potential here for a BPC, to be fair. So first of all, you have to wait for this candle to break a low and close bearish. If the next candle then wicks up, in theory, you want to be selling underneath this one here, and you've got 80 points. But 30-minute flip on the DAX. Yeah, you could look for that. I would wait for the flip on the DAX because look, when do we trade the flips, guys? Flips should be when we've got strong trend, strong direction, right? That's not something we have right now. If anything, to me, this is pointing to the downside. We've come back up into an area. So you got to wait for a bearish candle close. So the next one's going to be in 11 minutes. By that, oh, gold's gone. Gold's gone. Finally, this is what I've been waiting for. Right. I just need to check that if I press open, yeah. Peter, cheers, buddy. I hope you enjoyed the stream, mate. Nice to see you back. Obviously, it's a shame you can't continue with us in the membership area. Hopefully, you'll come back to us soon. All right, where are we? I don't think we can get a chance here on gold, but let's just have a look. Yeah, it's taking out all those lows. Friday's wick looks like we're about to get filled. Mm, you could have done, mate, but I mean, that's your prerogative. I mean, we know there's range there, but we've seen it come down, wick down, and then come back above. So is these are these are risks you've got to decide if they're what you want to take. You know, I think, look, there's times I've taken silly trades, and I think, God, what did I do that for? But in the moment you look at it and you see it moving, and this is where, listen, we all have impulses and we all have reactions when we might have had a bad morning or something. We see it going, we go like, Christ, can't miss this trade. We get on it, we sell on the low, and then it just reverses, and then we're sat in it going, shit, how do we get out of this one? Um, we're in that price point now where it moved. We need it to stay below here. Only saving grace is we have some clear range now to do whatever, but look, it's kind of, you got some clear range here, but we don't have anything to work with. It either needs to close below here, or you need to wait another 15-minute candle for buyers to come back in, bullish candle, wait for a week down, and then trade it back up. It's it's not nice. Right, guys. On that note, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a day. There's nothing. I don't want to get caught in trading anything. I'm going to stay away from it now. Okay. So well done, team. Hope you took it. Don't forget to comment on the video. Don't forget to like it and share it with anyone else. All that is much appreciated. And if you are wanting a funded account, get on Instant FX Capital right now. Apply. Get yourself in with a chance of winning that 5K account on the 31st of March at 7 p.m. Anyone that's opened an account, funded, or a pro account in March and it's currently live and they've placed trades, you will be entered into the draw for the 5K to 60K account. 5K to 100K. Sorry, guys, I've just realized. I've done 5K to a 60K and it's 5K to 100K. Oh, no, luckily I didn't. But I know I've said 5K to 60K a number of times today. It's 5K to 100K. So, guys, listen, well done. Have a great afternoon. Anna, well done on your trades. Scott, thanks for being here. Simon, Anna, Stuart, Lola, Brad, Rich, Yoko, Ahmed. Welcome to. Thanks, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.